Hello, friends. Welcome to the Coffee Run live episode number 347. Can you believe it? It is a little bit crazy. Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to give you guys a second to come on. And I guess like one of the big things that hi, Catherine. Please make sure that you let me know that you can hear me. That would be really good. Let me know that you're on. Your names don't always come up either. So that'd be kind of fun to see. Now, actually, just before I kick into all of this, actually, it's a double-pronged thing. So some of the things that I'm really kind of, or what I've been journaling about and what I've been thinking about for you guys is, oh, thanks, Rebecca. Oh, thanks, Catherine. Awesome. There are some things that can happen when we're growing, when we're doing stuff, right? And what I mean by that is that we can get into a bit of a funk, right? Let's look at it as a bit of a funk. And the thing that happens, sorry, I'm just trying to do three things at once. Hold on. Let me do this in here, because something that I promised myself that I was going to let you guys know about today was to let you know about Eye of the Tiger. Why can't I do that in here? Oh, there we go. All right, there we go. Did that work? Oh, yes. All right. Trying something different because technology was being a biatch and not doing the thing. And apparently we've got like mobile phone upgrade, network things happening around the place. And it's just, it's been a bit of a clusterfuck, just quietly. So Eye of the Tiger, I promised myself that I was going to let you guys know about this first. So Eye of the Tiger is a program of mine, new program of mine that starts on Tuesday. It's an 8-module, 4-week course that's all about you getting yourself out there, really owning this kind of like this next level of you, right? This next level of you really becoming the rock star of your industry. Now, I know that from some of you guys that I've spoken to you, I've spoken with you before, and I know that some of you are like, oh, but I don't want to do that. Well, here's the thing, and if you've looked at any of the stuff that I've been putting out over this last week, it's really important that we work on your positioning. Why? Because that's going to be the thing that really sets you apart from what everybody else is doing, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing that's really important is that you guys want and need actually longevity. Hi, Georgina. You need longevity in the marketplace, right? And when we are when we're marketing the product, so to speak, or the ones and zeros, the binary content, then what happens is that you end up competing with other people based on the number of modules, the number of trainings, and this, that, and the other. And really what we want you to do is to be competing, well, actually not even competing, but basically just say, this is who I am, this is what I'm about, this is how I can help you, and really sharing your passion, your personality, your vibrancy, and everything that's about you with the world. And when I've been thinking about this, it's like, all right, so how can we really kind of ramp up some of the what do we need to do? How can we ramp things up? And one of the things that came to me, which is why I called this program Eye of the Tiger, actually, is we look at performers and entertainers. We see people, particularly musicians, and they go and create their video clips, their movie clips, whatever they call them these days. They call them, what do they call them? Music videos, I think, but they're not videos, right? Because the video killed the radio star. Video no longer even exists, I think. But they create the whole kind of package around what it is that they're doing, and they create a little bit of theater and a bit of drama. And I really think that there's a really great lesson and a really great connection there that you guys can learn from and leverage off with the way that these people, these musicians and these entertainers actually are able to tap into that and show and showcase different facets of themselves. right? And I think that we have got, if we really want to be standing out in the market, that we've got to be doing something differently. You cannot afford to be doing the same thing that the next person is doing, that the next person is doing, that the next person is doing in the same way, right? So we're all doing live streams at the moment. If you're not doing live streams, you are royally missing out on a huge way of being able to build connection with your audience, right? For a start, like you guys have got to be doing live streams. And I know that sometimes that can be that the doubts can kick in with, what do you say? How do you show up? When do I do it? Will they listen? What if no one shows up? We all have those doubts, right? You know, at various different times, I'm like, is anybody even there? Like, I can see that there's like 10, 11, 15 people watching at any given time. Or like, is anyone actually there? Because no one is commenting. It's like, it's really disconcerting, which is why I love it when you guys comment, because it really gives me that really nice like boost of external validation that, number one, you can hear me, but also number two, that it's making sense. So, you know, we want to tap into the things that are available to us. And yes, we might be using the same medium to connect and communicate with our audience and with the people that we want to help ultimately and have buy from us. But we can't do it in the same way, in the same method as what everybody else is doing, because otherwise you just blend in and it defeats the whole fucking point, right? So what can we do that's different? And to me, it's like, all right, well, let's ramp up some of this, like this rock starness part of you. And that allows you to almost step into not an alter ego version of you, but almost an alter ego version of you, right? So that you can kind of like, actually, I was planning on doing this live in my office today, and I've got my silver sequin jacket on the back of my chair, and I was totally going to wear it. And I decided to do it out here. So, you know, like for me, it's like, what do you need to do to really kind of like find and grow and build that confidence? Because the thing to me is that you can be doing the same thing as everybody else, right? You can be doing things in the same way as everybody else, marketing in the same way as everybody else, talking in the same way as everyone else, selling the same shit, different package, different ribbon, and that'll get you so far. And that was really what kind of prompted the subject line, or the title of today's live stream was, are you okay with being okay? Are you okay with just getting by? In my journal today, I've actually, some of the things that I wrote were like, are you okay with kind of being mediocre? Are you okay with average? Are you okay with things being okay? Because I think this is the curse of the comfort zone, right? We work really hard, we pedal really hard to get things off the ground, and we start getting things off the ground, and then we can start to coast. Now, I've spoken to, there's one lady in particular that is total badass, crazy amazing leader of her industry, and she said to me that one of the things that she said was, I've been coasting and I am not okay with this. I know that I need the kick in the ass. I know I need to do something different. Hi, Julie. Long time no see. Hey, Cassandra. Not okay with where I am. Yeah, like most entrepreneurs, most people, particularly creative entrepreneurs, you know, we're looking for different ways of elevating up, of pushing the boundaries. And it's really easy because to kind of become a little bit complacent, in the sense of, you know, the comfort zone is nice and it's warm and it's safe and it's comfortable. You're very aware that you're not where you want to be, but at the same time, it can be at different times. Hey, Lizzie, at different times, it can be really kind of hard to find that catalyst that's going to push you and propel you up. And so the thing that you've got to do is try and find out what that catalyst is for you. And for me, I'm like, fuck this shit. Line in the sand. Enough is enough now. I am totally fucking done with this being the way that it is. I am not okay with this anymore. I am not okay with sitting in and not being challenged, right? I thrive on being challenged. I thrive in that space where we can, you know, feel like we're almost being pulled towards achieving that goal that we've got. But sometimes it can feel too far away. So what is something that you can put in place that's a lot closer that you can go, right, I can go hell for leather on that? I can use that to ratchet it up. I can use that as a catalyst. I can use that as a thing that's going to kind of push me forward and get you moving. For some of you, it's like, so I play roller derby. And I know for me that some of the things, like when I first started skating, I was just like, I just want to be able to skate. And then I just wanted to be able to pass like the first level. And then I wanted to pass the second level, and then the third level, and then the fourth level. And, you know, then I want to play. And, you know, what's next, and what's going to get you re-motivated, and what gets you re-excited. You know, it happens in sport where we plateau. It happens at the gym where we can plateau. It happens in business. It can happen in career. It can happen in your freaking relationships. It can happen with children. It can happen in every area of your world. And it's where we start to become comfortable and complacent with what we've already got. Now, for some people, they are okay with that. And that's totally fine, right? It is totally amazing for those people who want whatever it is that they've got, and they don't have that dream goal desire to kind of like do more, be more, have more, help more people, strive and stretch and grow. You know, not everybody is wired the way that you and I are. Not everyone is wired in the way that, you know, we're looking for the challenge. We're looking for more ways to have impact. And a deeper impact, a positive impact. And really at the end of the day, what we're looking at is creating influence and helping more people get what it is that they want, right? But the only way that you can do that is to really decide that enough is a freaking enough, and that you're going to do something differently. Now, my default, hi, my name's Nicola. I am a very big control freak. And I like to know all of the things and all of the data and all of the, like, I like to have all of the information. And my default, when I'm in my comfort zone and I'm like, okay, right, I can see what's going on. My default is to go, all right, let's just go do more. Let's go do more live streams. Let's go do more marketing. Let's go do more emailing. Let's go do more. But all of that do more stuff is external. Right? You don't necessarily need to do more, although if you're not taking very much action, then, you know, you do actually need to do more. Somebody's at my door. They will need to wait. Although that could be fun. Let's see what it is. If it is what I think it is, you guys are going to love it. Hang on. Okay, hello. All right, let's see. Oh, it is, you guys. It is something very exciting. Oh my gosh. Don't you love it? I love deliveries. Check this out. Any guesses for what it's going to be? Ooh, the suspense. I know. So thanks so much for shopping with us, Nicola. What an amazing taste you have. This jacket is stunning. We hope you love it as much as we do. Ooh, love a handwritten note. Pretty packaging. This isn't what this live stream was about, but hey. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Check this out. Not for everyone. Gold jacket. Ooh. Oh, I am very happy. Oh, wow. Oh, and it's so soft. There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity, Rebecca. Hey, Kelsey. Good to see you. Yes. Well, gold, Georgina. Right. Excellent. Excellent. Very happy. So this kind of talks into like this being okay with where you're at, right? Part of the reason that I love the sequins and the sparkles and the gold, and just bring that over so you can see the little gold in the thing. Part of it is because it's these types of things that help me to feel like I can kind of ramp it up, ratchet it up, and that type of thing, right? And I like feeling really good. And I know for me, when I'm not feeling good, it's usually because I haven't taken the time to do that recalibration thing and really step into being the person who I want to be, the person who I want to become. And I really do think that and I talked about with some clients yesterday, the first thing that you've got to do, guys, is that you've got to recalibrate. Hi, Trish, great to see you. You've got to recalibrate. You've got to recalibrate with what it is that you really want. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, and you are not okay with where you're at, if you're not okay with, things kind of like just kind of getting by and that, I should just be happy, things are doing all right, I should be freaking happy. Particularly if if you're making more than 100 grand a year, you're making more than the average person, right? Out there in the world. And there might be parts of you that are like, oh, well, you know what? I should just be okay with that. I should be really happy with that. I don't really need any more. I don't really need this and that and whatever. Well, for most of you, I know that the goals that you have are like pretty freaking big, right? Like if you were to really admit to yourselves what it is that you actually really, really want, if you were to admit to yourself, if there were no barriers, if money wasn't an issue, if where you live wasn't an issue, if all of that stuff, like what would you be doing? Where would you be going? Who would you be being? What kind of stuff would you be talking about? How would you be doing that? How would you be delivering it? That gives you a little bit of an inkling as to, okay, like you don't need to know how you're going to get there. But most of us have got these really big dreams and goals. And so you've got to really recalibrate to that. Right? Admit to yourself what it is that you actually really freaking want. And then go, okay, so if I already had that, if I was already doing that, then who am I being? Am I buying the gold fucking jacket? Of course I am. Is it far too over the top for the tiny little country town that I live in? Probably, but I don't care, whatever. The thing that you've got to do is get ready to, or not even just get ready, but you've got to step out of your comfort zone. You've got to do things that are going to propel you and push you forward and enable you to step into being that person. And that's exactly what I, the Tiger, is designed to do for you and with you. So that link is in the comments there. You can see it, nicolamorass.com.au/tiger. So what you guys have said, Rebecca, love it. It's so Nicola, thank you. It's even softer than I imagined it was going to be. This world of online shopping is so great, but it's also really bad, right? Because I just need to own all the things. Kelsey said that I've been building my capsule wardrobe lately. Oh, nice. Yeah. Jackets are kind of like my, check that out, you guys. Oh my God. I'm so happy with it. Woo-hoo. Yes. Oh, and they even unbutton. Oh, yes. A bit warm today. It's like, 35 degrees Celsius. So whatever that is Fahrenheit, it's kind of warm. I don't need a jacket on today. So there you go, my friends. Don't be okay with being okay. Don't be okay with anything less than what you feel like you absolutely wholeheartedly want, what you feel like you deserve, what you feel like you should be doing and who you should be being, right? Like just don't settle. There are far too many freaking people out there who settle. I remember talking to a palliative care worker. There was a woman that was a client of mine when I used to work at the bank. And I remember her telling me, I remember being, number one, I didn't even know that it was a job that even existed, right? And then to meet this person whose job was to help people who were, about to die, I just thought was incredibly, what a freaking, how amazing, how amazing to have a job, how amazing to be the human and have that level of care for someone else that you're there for that part of their life, the end of their life. I'm just being like, wow, it was mind-blowing to me. And I remember her telling me about what people regretted. and what people would share. And I remember her saying that, number one, it's just like work is not the only thing that matters. Number two, it's that they wish that they'd spent more time with their families. And number three, that they'd taken more risks, right? And so to me, I think while we've got youth on our side, you know, and if you're less than 80 watching this, which you most likely are, because most people are less than 80 who follow me, you know, if you're less than 80, you've got youth on your side, right? You've got the energy to be able to tap into, to do the things that you want. You can reinvent yourself at any given fucking time. I don't care what's going on in your world. You can do more, you can be more, you can live the life that you want, but you've got to be willing to take a fucking risk. You've got to be willing to try something and fail. You've got to be willing to try something and have it not work. You know, go and launch a program and don't make any sales. Okay, great, excellent. Did you try your fucking heart out? Yes, okay, brilliant. Then you reassess, you recalibrate, you retry, right? All of the R's, which were not even planned. You go through the triple R process, which I'll have to listen back and remember what that is. But you know, you don't just kind of go, oh, that didn't work, fuck that shit. You know, let's go back to being okay with being okay and let's just settle because, you know, it's better than freaking nothing. Well, no. You know, I really do think that it's worth the risk, and I really do think that it's worth the failures, because from those failures, you are going to learn, you are going to get back up, you're going to learn how to dig deep. Right. And I know that for most of you, like me, and this is I gave myself a stern talking to in my journal today, I've been playing it pretty fucking safe actually over the last few months. I've been coasting. I've been in my comfort zone. We've been on holidays, you know, been doing all of this stuff. And I haven't really wholeheartedly been going hell for fucking leather in the way that I'm being, or in hell for gold leather, in the way that I've been being, and with the energy that I've been bringing. And so my commitment to you guys is to ratchet it up. My commitment to you guys, as I always say, is like, I'm never, ever, ever going to ask you to do something that I won't have done, or that I haven't done, or that I don't wholeheartedly believe in. I do believe in walking your talk. And for that to happen, wow, you know, better up the fucking ante. So there you go. Eye of the Tiger is going to do that for you and with you. If you have any questions about Eye of the Tiger or anything that we've talked about today, make sure you reach out, let me know. I would love to hear what your biggest takeaway is from today. Not just your biggest takeaway coffee, but what's your biggest takeaway from today? What's your biggest insight? You know, let me know what's going on in your heads, and that this is stuff that's helpful for you, not because I need the validation, although I really like it, but also because it helps you guys realize that you're also not alone, that I'm not just making shit up here, which I am, but you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just making stuff up that isn't helpful or whatever. So, and to know that you're not alone. I really think that so many of us feel like that people don't understand us, that they don't get us, that we're different, that we're weird, that what we do is fucking different and weird, which, you know, quite frankly, to the people that don't know what kind of work we do, we probably are really freaking weird. We probably are. So join the weirdos. We will be all weirdos together, and therefore kind of almost become normal. And we're going to get out there and change the world, because that's why we're here. So I love you. Thanks for hanging out. As I said, let me know what your biggest insights are. If you've got any questions about anything, please reach out, let me know. Other than that, get out there, go help some people, have a whole ton of fun doing it. And remember, the world is ready for your brand of freaking awesomeness. I'll talk to you tomorrow.